Hello students, I am Anupam Sharma and today we are doing macroeconomics lesson 1. We will do some basic concepts, definition of macroeconomics, microeconomics, consumer goods and producer goods, final goods and intermediate goods, component of consumption expenditure, concepts and component of investment and inventory and depreciation. Now we'll discuss difference between macroeconomics and microeconomics. Children, we talk about inflation. Inflation means rising prices. In this case, we are talking about rising prices of all goods and services produced in an economy. Similar way we talk about unemployment or employment level. We are talking about unemployment in an economy. Then we talk of growth rate, growth of an economy. Then we talk of, say, total demand, or we say aggregate demand, means demand of all goods and services in an economy. So when economic issues or economic problems are taken at the level of an economy as a whole, then it is called macroeconomics. Macroeconomics studies problems of choice and scarcity at the level of economy as a whole. Now we come to microeconomics. Micro means very small. So microeconomics studies problems of scarcity and choice at the individual level. For example, how a person with limited income chooses goods and services so that he can get maximum satisfaction, or a firm maximizes its profit, or how price of a commodity is determined by forces of demand and supply. This is called microeconomics. Now the difference between final goods and intermediate goods. Those goods which have crossed the boundary line of production are called final goods, or which are out of process of production are called final goods, like bread, jam, shoes, etc., which are finally for use for consumers. They are of two types: final consumer goods and final producer goods. Final consumer goods are used by consumer, households, etc. Final producer goods are used by producers for production purpose, to increase their production, for example, plant and machinery. And these final goods are included in the estimation of national income. Intermediate products are those products which remain within the boundary line of production, or which are still under the process of production. They can be classified into raw material or resale by firms. For example, a timber merchant has wood and he sells his wood to sofa maker for, say, rupees 1000, and sofa maker makes sofa for rupees 5000 and sells it. So the value added is 4000, and he has used wood as raw material, so it is intermediate product. Similarly, if firm buys say shirts from wholesaler, then it is an intermediate product because value is still to be added. When when the firm sells this shirt to final consumer, then it becomes final product. So value is added when this firm sells this shirt to consumer. Now these intermediate products are not included in the estimation of national income. Now the difference between consumer goods and producer goods. Consumer goods are goods finally produced for consumer to satisfy their wants. And they can be classified into three parts. Durable goods, which are used for many years, like fridge, TV, AC, etc. Then semi-durable goods, which are used for 1 year and slightly more, biscuits, chips, etc. Then non-durable goods are for immediate consumption, like milk, like bread, etc. Services are non-material goods used by consumer to satisfy their wants, like services of doctors, lawyers, etc. Then capital goods. Capital goods are purchased by producers. They are fixed assets like plant and machinery. This is used repeatedly and for a long time for production of goods and services. But only high value goods are considered as capital goods. Raw material used in production of goods and services not considered as capital goods because they cannot be used repeatedly. Then we have consumption expenditure. Consumption expenditure by households, government expenditure, consumption expenditure by non-profit institutions. So, consumption expenditure by households. Households spend money on many products eatables, like clothes, like shoes, and durable and non-durable items. And government spends money on defense and say on health services, on education. And non-government organizations like NGO, they also spend money. NGOs and temples and gurdwaras, they also purchase goods for charity. I denotes investment, and I is equal to, that is, investment is equal to change in capital stock, and change in capital stock is change in capital stock of capital. And what is capital stock? Capital stock is fixed asset of producers like plant and machinery. So during an year, how much capital stock has increased is called investment. For example, initially at the beginning of year, producer had 10 machines. At the end of year, he has 15 machines. Capital formation is 5. So, change in stock of capital is called capital formation or investment. Investment refers to total production of capital goods in a year. As I explained to you, that in an economy, how many capital goods are produced during an year. Capital formation is very much essential for growth of an economy. It leads to accelerated growth. Because plant and machinery has increased means production will increase. And if production increases, then growth of economy will also accelerate. Now we are talking about investment. Investment can be divided into two parts, fixed investment and inventory investment. Fixed investment means increase in stock of capital goods or plant or machinery. So if stock of capital increases, then it raises the production capacity, leads to economic growth because output also increases. Inventory investment means finished goods, semi-finished goods and raw material. So inventory stock can also be calculated by inventory stock at the end of the year minus inventory stock at the beginning of the year. This way we can calculate. Now, uh, now like raw material and finished products which are available at the end of the year. Now importance. If raw materials are available, then producer can produce its goods uninterruptedly. He will not have to face problems of day-to-day purchase of inputs or problem of price rise or price fall, etc. And finished goods are available, then it is possible for him to meet demand of consumers. Now we'll talk of gross investment, net investment and depreciation. But first we'll talk of depreciation. Depreciation is when a machine is used continuously, it leads to normal wear and tear. Its value goes down. Then there can be accidental damage like fire, flood, etc. Machines can become obsolete, out of date, and they might have to be replaced. This is called depreciation. Gross investment is equal to net investment plus depreciation, and net investment is gross investment minus depreciation. Now, importance of net investment. As we produce more and more capital goods, like we use machinery, we open new industries, then production capacity increases. Employment opportunities also increase as we open more and more industries and install machines, etc. Then it promotes efficiency of labor as it works with machines, and growth rate also increases. Thank you, children. If you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.